in Luke 12, I have need of nothing. I have enough good for now, and I have such an abundance that I have more than I ever need. Even if the trend is reversed, that I have more than I ever need. You follow me? And let me tell you something. You get this. Whatever you're going through, you're going to seem like nothing when it's over. And you have got to concede that all of the rosy pictures that the devil is painting, nothing is as good as seen at the outset. When salvation is central. You understand that? So here we are, say to God. Now, listen. Even though at some point you might have seen this, but see, we are dealing with the unseen. You understand? And we try to use logic to prove the unseen. Well, you can't do that. You might, deduce it and know it. Well, there must be a God somewhere who makes the sun shine. Well, that's psychological, philosophical knowledge. That's true. Well, then that doesn't convince you. You might reason that and read some book and how that, well, God made the world and the world didn't come through spontaneous evolution, all this kind of stuff. Well, that sounds reasonable, but that's not convincing. You feel this way about that today and something entirely different tomorrow. Because your reason will shift, and what you saw today, you won't see anymore. So then this, when the apostles, there's no way they would have gone through all that they went through, and most of them lost their lives, what we might regard as prematurely. There's no way they could have gone through that if they had not been convinced that there was something, you follow me, that's beyond here and now. There's no way they would have taken it on the chin, people lying on them, setting traps for them, seeking their life, depriving them. And even the church sometimes we didn't support them. But I can't be discouraged. I don't care what happens. I cannot be discouraged. I believe that God will make up the deficit.
Hallelujah to God.
You understand it? I believe that then, but I believe it more so now because I got light here, and I said, Lord, if I can hold on to this, I make it. Because I don't need no complaints. And not only that, I need it more much because I live more than the ordinary lifespan, so I won't need too much more anyway. And even if I had it. See, you got to use everything at your disposal. You got to use all the reason and everything that you make. Amen. Praise the Lord God. You can't just sit back in the corner and take some book and read it and think you're in heaven. Heaven's going to be with it.
Praise God, amen.
And wait just a minute. And if it's not, I would have known by now.
Praise God.
In 64 years next month, I would have found some reason to doubt it. Let me show you something. Many people have given up their convictions because it's going so contrary, and it is criminal lifestyle, and they have given them up. Because we just say, what's all this? Now I'm all this necessary anyway. Oh, you philosophize yourself out of it. You decide that. You understand? You come around, well, I've been here and there, bound up for all these years. Now I should be able to get my wife in the first 3 weeks. But I don't see nothing in sight. What I do see is not admirable. All right, now let me tell you something. God made nothing with desires, with also creating a means of satisfying that desire. You follow me? You follow me? Now, God would not have made a duck longing for water and there was no water. He would not create a longing for life and life and on and on and on, and there's no life to inherit. That'd be unjust. How we going on all these nights? He got me longing for life, and after I draw my last breath, I'm done. No. That's not God's. That's not His character at all. Praise God. Praise God. Now let us analyze this phase so we can go into something else. All right. The 4th chapter of 2 Corinthians, and what verse we're reading. Let me see. By verse number 7.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels,
All right?
that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us.
Do you understand? And follow it closely. See now, we have something innate when God saves us and sanctifies us. You understand? That makes us exemplary. And examples. And we don't become examples by striving and holding our hand and trying to prove points. It's in us. We have that capability. You follow me? You have that capability. So now let me tell you this, children. And don't you say, well, you just strong. Well, we're all the same without the power of God. You have access with so much power than anybody else ever had. Your capacity might be less, and you don't need as much to perform your operation. You understand? But it's there. All that you need to perfectly perform what God has assigned you, despite the difficulties and the adversity, is there for you. And you can be as successful as anybody has ever been. With the power of God, not of us. You're not depending on the preacher to do that for you. You're not depending on your husband, your wife, or your best friend, or your prayer partner to do that. The power of God. God is still with us, all that's necessary to stand firm.
Rich word, brother. Rich word.
Well,
Rich word.
this scripture here, and I wouldn't get beyond this. Might just be a series, I don't know. Read.
We are troubled on every side.
Now listen. Now, as we indicated earlier, children, you do not get beyond trouble in this life. And there's more evident now than ever before. This world is in trouble everywhere. I'm moving. Where are you going? I'm going to Hindustani. Then the Hindus will get you. I'm going over there where they got a mosque here and that miracle thing that happened. And then they'll behead you perhaps, like they did the guy the other day. So they want to tell you can't escape it. You can't escape trouble. And I said, what happened? You don't come to church anymore. You back there. I just have so much trouble. Well, I say, that's why you got saved in the first place, because you're having so much trouble. Now you got saved, now you got so much trouble to go back in the world. That's a paradox. That's ridiculous. You got saved because you were having trouble and you were burdened down and under mystery all the time, and now you're having trouble and before you're saved. Why did you get saved the first trouble you had? No, you took it on the chin. And why can't you take something from God with a great reward awaiting you? Why? Well, God said, wait a minute. Read that again.
We are troubled on every
Trouble
side.
on every side.
Yet not distressed.
Yet not, wait a minute. Now let you follow it. Now he let you know that there are going to be some difficulties. You understand? I mean, I say I'm going to let you know first. I'm not going to overemphasize the positive, but I'm going to include the positive to encourage you. Now you listen to me. This is the things of God. Now that's why you need some experience so you can tell those following behind can know what it's all about. I mean, it's a real experience that God will come in. Come on with it.
We are troubled on every side.
Trouble on every side.
Yet not distressed.
Well, now listen, he said you're going to have trouble on everywhere. In your home, I don't care how dear your marriage is, and how you taught your children the Ten Commandments and Beatitudes and everything else. You're going to have trouble. And regardless of who the responsible party for it might be, you're going to have trouble. On every side, from every source, from every means, you're going to have it. There's nobody so ideal and have so arranged life that they're trouble-free. Now you might become an alcoholic and forget all about it, but you still got it. You might have a new drug might come out that would transcend you beyond that would be ordinary and give you an extraterrestrial experience, but you still gonna have it. Do you understand it? And if you drink it, you might get you a fifth of Johnny Walker Red. When you come back and get off your high, you're gonna have still. Okay, you're gonna get another one. And then after a while, you run out of money, can't buy no more. And then I don't know, you might commit suicide. You understand? You better get it right. You better get it right the first time, because there won't be no second time. Do you understand? You're in trouble on every side of what happened.
Yet not distressed.
You're not, you don't hold up the white flag, the distress flag, SOS. You know the Titanic, you don't remember it, but you read about it. Save, oh, save. That's what SOS means. In other words, we're in distress. We've been hit by an iceberg and it knocked a hole in our vessel that we thought God himself couldn't sink. Do you know they said that? And there was such an exquisite operation here, and it was so worldwide renowned that God himself couldn't sink it. Read it. You probably can look it up on your computer right now. Titanic. And what happened to it. And the remarks that were made. And Captain Smith, he was. And guess what? Where did God hold it? Because I don't need to sink it. I just send a little iceberg and I knock it over. I ain't gonna do you. I'll come down and help and kick a hole in it. One guy said, I prove that there's no God. What? And God says, I tell you what, if that be a God, I challenge you. Let him send a lightning flashing and knock me down right now. And while he was talking, a net went and got his throat, choking to death. I'm not going to use no lightning on you. No lightning. I'm going to say my lightning to something else. Another net issue. You're trying to prove to the world that I challenge God. I'll prove to you. Well, you go ahead, man. You try that if you wish to. And your predicament and the outcome will be the same. God, praise God. All right, well, we don't.
We are troubled on every side.
Troubled on every side.
Yet not distressed. We are perplexed.
Now listen to me now. Perplexed means confusion. Now, because we're saved, you're not going to know everything. You're going to have a decision to make that you're not clear on. And that's deliberate. God does that to prove you. God said, now, I'm going to make it nebulous and to see which way they're tending. And about my reins. Oh, I'm about to get into something else. My reins will guide me. You know what reins are? You know what reins are? The horses are led by their reins. You don't have to give them a command, just put it this way, that way, or not. And there's something that God gives you in times of perplexity, when things are unclear. There are times when God will give it to you, and you might not know the answer. You might not be able to find it in the book. You might not be able to receive it from a counselor. But your reins will lead you. How did you come out of that? What counseled you? Well, I just prayed and I just felt a tug. Right face. Through the real mark. I ain't gonna. When I got inside this house and I thought to go in, and I heard something say, through the real mark. My reins led me. When the preacher watching you, the preacher wasn't watching me, but my reins led me. What happened to George? His reins didn't need him. Come on in.
We are perplexed.
Incidentally, there's a George in the house. We're not talking about you.
We are perplexed.
We're perplexed.
But not in despair.
All right? We don't always know. I don't care how knowledgeable you are, how spiritual you are, how much discernment you have. There come time you just don't know what to do. Lord, I don't know. Well, your husband back and with Lord. We are in a situation here, Lord. And Lord, and we have exhausted all of our means and resources. And Lord, we don't know what to do. And we got all our little children here, right here, and we're going to extend it fast. And the Lord came through. They didn't know what to do. He admitted it. I don't know how spiritual I am, I'm a prophet or whatever I am, regardless of that, I don't know what to do. And it's not embarrassing or disparaging or belittling to say I don't know. God allows that in your best interest to see which way you're going. Because if you don't know what to do, I'm just going to leave you out there and see which way you're going. I'm going to see which you're going to choose. You're going to choose either way, or that seemingly either way, or the shortcut, or you're going to bite the bullet.
Amen. My God. My God.
What did you say now?
We are perplexed.
Perplexed?
But not in despair.
But not in what?
Despair.
I'm not going to give up.
Amen.
I just know that I'm further than top. You haven't seen you in church in 8 weeks. I just give up. I just don't have no hope for me. And I just say everything happening all the time. And the things look like they don't love me no more. And all that. It's just all this catalog of woes. You understand what I mean? And so, I just give up. I'm in the street, I'm having problems. And in the home, I'm having problems. And now in the church, I'm having problems. I'm going back. Lord help you. Lord help you. If there's any help for you.
Amen.
We're perplexed with what?
Not in despair.
But we have to go into despair. We're not giving up. We're not saying there's no solutions. We're not saying that. I don't know what you say. Maybe you have to do a 3-day fast and things didn't come out as you expected it. Maybe you have you surrendered this and sacrificed it and you still didn't get the solution. Wait just a moment. Many people have given up because they didn't get that blessing, they didn't get that solution, and they gave up for God. And the next truck that came by had that solution on it. And when you get off in eternity, you mess around here, and just exactly when you said, I give up. And then the man would come and blow his express, what you call it? The truck that haul bring the boxes and whatnot. Okay, come in. Says I have your blessing right here. I have a blessing right for you here. What's your name? Your name, Mr. I think this should write it as I think. Your blessing. No, I got mine already yesterday. No, that wasn't yours. This is yours. Oh Lord, I want to the radio. No, you already got that on your own, so that's yours. You go enjoy it. I'm gonna tell you, sir, that you better learn to wait on God. You better learn to follow the Holy Ghost. You don't make a panic move, an emotional decision. You got to live with the results of your decision. You got to remember that I'm mad. What do you want? Well, you got mad and you overreacted. Now you got to live with the results of it, which might mean life is not true. Just say, what happened? I just got mad and I lost my temper. They're gonna cost you your life. They're gonna cost you your life. You made a decision. You made a decision. Now, the young man, God is going to try marijuana and then something else, and you made a decision because you had a party and you didn't want to be a party pooper, and so you tried it. And now you're hooked for your life. You're trying to stop now. And now you're crying and you're weeping when you see the consequences, when you see what has happened to you and what's going to happen and increasing the worst. And now, here you are. You still are groping for the wall. Don't know which way to go. Now you're blind and you can't see. Now you're trying to find something to do. You're trying to find the wall. So I know where I am. And that says, you got to go to the rest of your life now groping through the wall trying to find the right way. Trying to find a way out. Trying to find an easy exit. But there is no easy exit. All right. Come on with it.
We are perplexed.
Perplexed.
But not in despair.
But not in despair.
Persecuted.
Persecuted.
But not forsaken.
Listen, now it seems that the whole world is against us. And the whole world is on our shoulders. But I got faith. I'm not forsaken. Even though the devil says they don't care about you and there's no relief for you and there's no relief inside, we're not forsaken. I don't know what you say. Say what you want to say. And everybody say, well, you may throw in the towel. Say what you throw in the towel. And they'll say what you want to say. That's their business. They got a mouth, they can say what you want to say. But I'm not going to despair. Why? Because God has given me grace to endure. God has given me grace to endure. What? And I get to shake myself, and amen, give me a second wind, and strike out again. Amen. Go to Christ. You know, when I look at those things that could have destroyed me, and maybe I might have been verged on it, and now I look back and laugh at it. I can laugh at it. That thing was so that now Lord, support. I decided I just can't take no more, and I given up. And now I found out there was nothing to it but a big puff of air, and now I sold my soul for a little relief, and now that don't mean nothing. There's a new lady that came from my hometown, and she lives in over next door, and her name is Susie. What's her last name? Susie. What is all? Anyway, in the food name. Yeah. Wait. Oh, you know what? That used to be my gal. I mean, she's fine. Or she's a fox. I know. Or she's a fox. Let me meet her. And that was 40 years ago. You see Susie now. And just lay down. All the front teeth are gone. The back one false. You know what I mean? And now, the belly is bigger than a waistline. And you, let me be this who is this? Susan Rex. That's not the Susan that I remember. You know, well, in fact, and now you're going to be a Susan one of these days. And so it's not going to be the same one that you shouted over the altar, got all the people throwing rice and you walking around and you building to shake your hand. Susan going to get a birthday and all that. And you say, Susan, you're not what you used to be. She said, you're not the Dawn Moore and the Clark Gable that you used to be either. You would think you're still the same. You think you're handsome and you're a woman slayer, but you've always been slain. Come on. Persecuted.
But not forsaken.
But not forsaken. Hold it. Now, God don't just leave you out there. I know of no position that we might find ourselves where it to be forsaken. When we need some help most. When we need someone to rescue us most, and they just stand back and watch you perish. When Jesus only once or twice ever cried for any mercy, Lord, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? He had such a relationship with God, and now, because of the sins of the world, he was bearing. Well, God could not look upon sin. He didn't forsake him indeed, but at that moment he could not look upon sin because he had bearing the sins of the world. I said, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? Paul said, at my first answer, no man stood with me. And when all his ministers had left him, my God, listen, Demas, Peppers, and on down. One with you. And he said, well, but the Lord stood with me. You can so hear and encourage yourself. There comes time you got to encourage yourself. One that usually encourage you might see you different now. They might be your antagonist, not your encourager. So you better learn how to encourage yourself and stay before God and pray through for yourself. It's good to have someone by your side that you can depend on, but it's better to be able to reach God for yourself. Now, let's get on to it now. Now I'm going to show you something. I can't leave you out there. Now I'm telling you about heaven and to give up everything for the prospects of making heaven. So I just can't leave you out there and ask you to give up all that you've known and all of the thrills and that you've enjoyed and all of the ecstasy that you've experienced. I can't do all that and then I just leave you out there grabbing for straws. You understand? Now, is heaven knowable? Can we know it? Don't you know that God would not leave something of this magnitude to speculation?
That's right.
Don't you know he would ask you to give up everything, even your life, for this truth and on nothing more than a wild speculation? Don't you know better than that? Well, many people, who knows? Nobody ever been to heaven. Well, if I say tomorrow, and if I actually go to heaven, come back, and I say, I've been. No, you didn't. You would accept it anyway, because I'm not even worried about you. I ain't got to send anybody to heaven every day to prove a point to you. But there's enough evidence to prove it, if you're honest. There's enough evidence of heaven to prove to every man if they want.
That's right.
You understand? But now, there can be a more definite evidence. And now, there are many people who are part of the church have not that evidence that's necessary to them through. That's why they go back in the world. See, their consecration and their commitment to God becomes fuzzy and become not unclear. And so now, and it's too much to give up the world and all that I've enjoyed for something that that's questionable at best. You follow me? So then, now, you knew one time. I know Paul said, do you want to do this?
Yes, sir.
There was one time you knew it, but now it's further to you. One time you say, well, the Lord, I just was in the same scripture. Paul, I long to be with the Lord. Because I know where I'm going. I'm not trying to get no prolongation by going to get a lot of other things cut out of me and all this kind of mess. And eat up a lot of strong peel. No, that one. I know where I'm going. I'm lonely to get there. I'm just here for Christ's sake. I'm just here for Christ's sake. I'm just here to try to promote the kingdom. Not because I desire it, not because I'm clamoring to stay here, not because I'm cutting corners to extend my life a day or two more.
Hallelujah. Bless me, Jesus.
I'm going to tell you. All right, a little more.
Persecuted but not forsaken.
Persecuted but not forsaken.
Cast down but not destroyed.
Cast down but not destroyed.
Always bearing about in the body.
Wait, hold on. I'm cast down, yes. I'm cast down and tossed about, but I'm indestructible. So you can't destroy me. You can hurt me, you can hinder me, but you can't destroy me. Thank God I'm free. If I were destructible, I would have been destroyed 1,000 times. Every means in the world and out of the world, you shoot me everywhere else. They try to destroy me, my reputation, everything else, but you can't touch it. Do it, please. Try you will. And I know who will win at the finishing line. You gotta work like that. But you got your faith got to show you that. But now, there's stipulations. There are some stipulations. All right. Now, we're going to omit a lot of this. But now we need to belabor this point. Can one know without question, without accepting testimony, or some script written by somebody else about some extraterrestrial experience that you might say they might or might not have had? Can we know? I can speak on the affirmative with an emphatic yes. I don't have to talk to me after service and disprove it, because I know what I'm talking about. If I make a declaration, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not speculating. You understand what I'm saying now? As sure as I'm born. But now here's the issue. Keeping this alive. Now there come time, if I just mess around a little bit and get light, I can't see it clear. And I become disturbed. And then too, and when you see things clear, you start taking long shots. You start making decisions that you ought not to make. And for your own best interest, which for your future, which you might not have, that's not yours in the first place. The future is not yours. All the time you own is now. All the time that you own is now. There will come a time that you can't buy your way. The Queen of England one time said that I would give all my wealth for 2 more hours of life. She sensed that she was leaving this world. But there was nothing she could do. The time had come and was irreversible. If you're careful, by the time you reach for straw, and I'll sacrifice every conviction I got just for another couple of days. You hear what I'm saying now? There'll come a time I know some very prominent Christians made that decision. So you got a situation, and without this, you will live maybe a couple of days. But with the operation, you live 2 years. I want to live. And guess what? Now the doctor was right. He lived about 2 more years. He died. And it's all the same now, whether you live 2 years or 2 minutes. You're coming to the end anyway. That's why I don't want to deal with eternity. See, I can deal with time, but not eternity. For what? See, I cannot deal with the infinite. My mind is not latitudinal. It's not extensive enough for me to project itself out into eternity. That's why people many times question it, because they can't understand it. They cannot fathom it. So they say, well, I don't know. I can't see it. And I don't believe anything I can't see. What do you do? Oh, how you know? You don't know me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know you to a great extent. You believe in things that you can't see. Oh, you're challenging me, huh? And you sort of got a bobby pin? Give it to me right quick. Give it to me right quick. I got to move on. A bobby pin. Have a pin. Don't you have one? And I don't want to lose your weight. Thank you. Okay? Now, okay, now you open what you can't see. I want you to come and put this bobby pin in this electric outlet here. And you don't see it, and we won't see you long. I'm going to put it right here if you want to do that experiment. It's there available. And electricity is not visible. It's the power, not light. The effect of it is, but not itself. All right. Now, where'd you stop?
Cast down, but not destroyed.
But not destroyed. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. We're going to try to explain here. 2 Corinthians, chapter 5.
For we know.
Now, you might say it's not Noah. Well, who's been there? Well, the man that we're reading about right now, but we're going beyond that. You can say, well, you can accept that as being factual or just theoretical. Come on with it.
For we know.
We know.
That if our earthly house.
We know. See, I'm not speculating. I'm not guessing. We know. Look up the definition for the word know. Come on.
For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God. And house not made with hands.
See, listen. I'm not feeling my way. We know that.
Oh, you sure?
There is no way, you see, that I can make such a commitment. That I can venture my life. That I can face every death every day for this gospel. There is no way that I can expose myself to this with something that might not be. We know. Well, Paul, how do you know? Turn to Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now this is not usual, but you can be just as definite. Come on.
1 Corinthians 12.
12:1. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse number 1.
It is not expedient for me.
It's not expedient for me.
Doubtless to glory.
Doubtless to glory.
I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord.
Go on.
I knew a man in Christ.
Now, I'm a man. He would not designate whom. I'm talking about himself. I knew a man in Christ.
About 14 years ago.
About how many years ago?
14
years ago.
Whether in the body, I cannot tell.
Now, it was so dramatic, I cannot detail it because it was not a usual experience. You understand? It was an extraterrestrial experience, something above this world. Go on.
Whether in the body, I cannot tell.
I cannot tell.
Or whether out of the body, I cannot tell. God knoweth.
God knoweth.
Such an one caught up to the third heaven.
Oh, wait now. Now, many of you might be confused by the word heaven. Well, that's a many-faceted word. See, anything in the atmosphere called heaven, the Bible speaks about the birds flying in heaven. That's not what God is. Then you have the ecclesiastical church, and on. And then you have the elements and what you know what the stars and all this. And then beyond that, you have the heaven where God dwells. And guess what? And God took Paul all the way through all of those. And yes, he did. Now listen. And now, let me tell you something. You can't teach for so much favorable experience without moving yourself. Nobody had the humility that would sustain them if God used them too much. So God said, I got to give you a thorn in the flesh to keep you humble here, because I've shown you too much. And you might want to claim the So I'm going to have to give you a thorn in the flesh to hold you down. Many of you talking about being used of God, but you're going to be used of God, you have to give you something to hold you down. But that's in your favor. That's not a punishment. That's just a part of it. All right. Now, pause it now. But God gave him an experience that would convince him that I'm giving you something unusual. I heard something that I cannot utter. And it wasn't these false tongues, something else. Something really genuine. You understand? All right now. Let us go to Hebrews chapter number 6 quickly. All right, chapter 6.
Verse 1.
You say go rest of here.
Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Christ, let us go on to perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance.
Now, you're going to have to follow me closer to here because this is our focal point, and this is convincing to those who are honest and are willing to undergo it. Come on.
Let us go on unto perfection.
Let us go on to perfection.
Not laying again the foundation
of repentance
from dead works and of faith toward God. Of the doctrine of baptism. And of laying on of hands. And of resurrection of the dead. And of eternal judgment. And this will we do if God permits. For it is impossible. For those who were once enlightened. And have tasted of the heavenly gift.
Father, let's don't get hung up on the other one. That's not our emphasis. But we're talking about something that's stronger, that you can experience, and I trust that some of you have. Read the last portion again. Follow me closely.
And have tasted of the heavenly
gift.
And were made partakers of the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
And have tasted the good word of God.
Wait a minute. Now, how can we know? Do the taste test. I was in Far Rockaway, New York, running a meeting, and there was a young man from River Rouge who I knew well, and I got his address from this relative, and I called him. Charlie, I said, come on out. He came out here with a cab driver, and he was talking to me. He said, sometimes they leave a lot of things in my cab, and and I left a big bag of dope one day. And so there was a restaurant owner. I told him about it. And so he said, wait a minute, let me taste it. This is good stuff. I'm going for it. You know, with no sham, we don't mix your brown sugar with flour. You know, when you taste it, I'm not a novice. Yeah, that's good stuff. How much you want for it? I knelt at the altar. And I told God, if you forgive me, you won't be bothering me anymore. I give up whatever. And by, God came through and witnessed my soul. And I got a taste of heaven. Oh, I got you, please. Some of y'all have to. I hope. And I've not been the same since. And I found nothing that was so impressive. I had an inkling of going back and trying again. I don't regret nothing that I gave up from the Lord. You can say, you don't have no pity on me. Amen. So as I say, one brother, you say, wait a minute. If me and a bear get in the fight, help the bear. Don't worry about me. Because I'm all right. I don't have no situation here. Praise God. Listen. Now, you can know it because you can taste it. And it's something that you cannot taste down here. It's something that this earth cannot reproduce. Nothing akin to it. Well, I haven't witnessed that. That may be why you're standing on the fence today, because you haven't witnessed it. Sometimes it may be why you're a fence rider, because you have not witnessed it. You can know it. God's not going to leave you down here holding and groping for the wall, amen, and have you give up everything, all this kind of stuff that you've enjoyed. He's going to give you something that's infinitely better. And it's incomparable. You can't even compare it. never experience it. I trust you will sooner rather than later. You understand? So that you walk around all your life claiming to be saved and wondering whether there's a heaven. And wondering about eternity. Well, one of these days you'll know it. And the hell too. Or you'll know it. You might not be able to convince you now, but one day you'll know it. A million years from now you'll know it. 5 seconds after you die you'll know it. Undeniably so. Unquestionably. Let me read one more passage, if you will. Turn to Revelation chapter 21, verse number 7.
He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
Shall inherit all things.
And I will be his God.
I will be his God.
And he shall be my son.
And he shall be what?
My son.
My son.
But the
fearful,
and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars,
and every one of them.
That's right. Shall have their part.
Hold it. When you declare something as being truth and have no proof, liar. Of course, you might be wrong. And many times you are. Prove all things. And hold fast that this is good. Come on.
And all
liars
shall have their part in the lake, which burneth with fire and brimstone.
Oh, you're going to have your part in the lake because you chose it, not because you had to. Give me the 27th verse. Now listen to this closely.
And there shall in no
now,
wise.
who want to be there? And what is what are the qualifications? What are the criteria? How do you get there? And what's necessary? Come on with it.
And there shall in no wise.
There shall in no wise.
Enter into it anything that defileth. Neither.
Now let me tell you this here. These people who teaches, and some of us act like it, that you must sin, and that, well, you're going to get bad sometimes, you're going to lust sometimes. You know, there's some things that you people ordinarily do, and they think you cannot live free of that. That's going to be a part of your total demeanor. You understand? And so what does it say now?
And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth. Neither whatsoever worketh abomination.
What's that worketh abomination? Oh, not anything that's violent. Now listen to me. You study this. Don't pervert the word of God for your convenience because it seems to be a little too stringent. You've heard me tell this hundreds of times, perhaps, how that one of the sisters worked at a baby milk factory up here. And so they had great big vats that would hold hundreds of gallons before they canned it. And so the inspector come around and he see a speck in that vat and condemned it. Well, why did I just dip out the speck? No, the speck represents the contents. If God would allow a pinhead of corruption in heaven through whomever, that would spoil the overall character of heaven. To get in heaven, you can't have a pinhead of corruption. You can justify it, you can try to explain it away, do what you will, but you can heaven, you cannot have a pinhead of corruption in your spirit. You might not know everything, but in your spirit. Now, you can perhaps decide this is too stringent, and you can sweep it under the rug as you've done so many times. Or you can get situated this morning and leave it clear in your soul and enlightened by the operation of God. And if you want help, we're here to help you. We're not here to rake you or condemn you. We're here to help you, and we give ourselves in our attempt. Shall we stand?